In this video, I'm going to explain the difference between bananas and apples. Wait, what? Let's try that again. Bananas and Mr. Teddy. Mr. Teddy and apples. Mr. Teddy and duct tape. No, we're not going to compare duct tape, Mr. Teddy, apples, or bananas, because in this video, we're going to talk about 10 differences between entrepreneurs and wantrepreneurs. We'll define what a wantrepreneur is, and if you are a wantrepreneur, how we can get you to think and be like an entrepreneur so you can take those initiatives and make stuff happen. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Faris Sabati. I'm the co-founder and CEO of MySwimPro, and in the last 5 years, we've developed MySwimPro to become a global technology and media company with a distributed team that spans 10 different time zones. In this series, I help entrepreneurs take their business to the next level. If you have an idea and you're thinking about starting a business, you've come to the right place, because I help entrepreneurs shape the right mindset and the tips and tricks that you need to be successful and take those first steps. If any of that sounds interesting, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and like this video. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing we need to do is identify and define what an entrepreneur is so we can compare and contrast with a wantrepreneur. To start, an entrepreneur is the initiator, the challenger of the status quo. They are the driver of innovation and change. An entrepreneur is someone who creates something new. It doesn't have to be a company. It could be an initiative, an organization, or a business venture. If you guys are interested, check out the video I did, the 7 personality traits entrepreneurs share with 007. I highlight some awesome traits that entrepreneurs share. Of course, it's not all green and roses. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of perseverance. And entrepreneurs are relentlessly resourceful. Check out that video, linked in the description. Now, if we compare and contrast with a wantrepreneur is someone who aspires to be an entrepreneur. It's basically all talk and no action. You've come across wantrepreneurs, you may be one yourself. Now, it shouldn't be thought of as too much of a negative thing, because you can certainly go from being a wantrepreneur to an entrepreneur, and the easiest way to do that is to take action, is to literally do anything. The difference between an entrepreneur and a wantrepreneur, the biggest difference, is the ability to take action and actually make something happen. It doesn't have to be a very successful venture. It doesn't have to make a lot of money. That's not really what the difference is. The difference between an entrepreneur and a wantrepreneur is actually taking those steps, making something happen from nothing. So an entrepreneur is different from a wantrepreneur, chiefly because the wantrepreneur has no results to speak of. Literally, they haven't done anything. It's all thoughts. It's all talk. There really isn't any substance behind it. Whereas the entrepreneur, successful or not, is able to show something for their effort. It's not all talk. It's talk, but there's walk as well. So the first difference is the ability to take action. I've outlined it already, but really an entrepreneur makes stuff happen. They just make it happen. They do something. A wantrepreneur thinks about making it happen. That is the most fundamental difference. If you guys are interested, I did a video on why you should start before you're ready. Oftentimes, this is the thing that holds wantrepreneurs back. They want to do something, they have that idea, it's a light bulb, but they don't really do anything because they think they're not ready. And really, you are ready. So check out that video, why you should start before you're ready. I'll link it in the description. Another awesome video I did is how to get started. So if you don't really know how to take those first steps, check out that video, linked in the description as well. The second key difference between the entrepreneur and the wantrepreneur is belief. You have to believe in yourself. Also, check out the video I did on how to believe in yourself, because that is so important. The entrepreneur believes in themselves and is able to inspire other people around them. It could be their team, their advisors, their customers, to give them money, to transact, to deliver that kind of value. That is a big difference between an entrepreneur and a wantrepreneur. Of course, a wantrepreneur thinks the business revolves around them. They think resources will come to them, other people will inspire them, and that's simply not the case. It actually works in reverse. The entrepreneur has to be the one that believes in themselves and can inspire those around them to take action and to support whatever it is, the mission, the vision that you're working towards. Now, the third difference is that positive mindset. An entrepreneur always keeps it moving. Things can go really bad. It's like I mentioned in the beginning, it's not all pie in the sky, clouds, sunny, grass is green. It's very, very beautiful. There's a lot of hard things that go on. A lot of things fail. And an entrepreneur is willing to keep on moving with a positive mindset. And a wantrepreneur just complains. And we don't like it when people complain. Wantrepreneurs are known for seeing a problem and then complaining about the problem, rather than trying to find a solution and actually solving the problem at hand. The fourth difference is when the going gets tough, the entrepreneur doesn't let failure stop them. There's perseverance. The entrepreneur is really willing to push through any kind of adversity. And the wantrepreneur gets discouraged, gives up. Gives up easily, I might add. So you might think about doing something, and maybe you take that first step, but then you give up. Check out the video I did, the reality check of what it's really like to be an entrepreneur. It's a lot of failure. You don't really make stuff happen the way you want. We talk about the ability to make stuff happen, but a lot of times things don't go the way that you want, the way that you planned, the way that you expected, and you have to be able to adapt and pivot. We'll talk about that in just a second. The fifth difference is the ability to do self-improvement, self-reflection, to improve upon yourself. The entrepreneur will always strive to be the best at whatever it is that they do. Solving the problem at hand is the most important thing in the world. They're very focused. As an entrepreneur, I myself am really focused on solving a specific challenge, and I am determined to improve myself so that I can continue to work at solving this problem. The wantrepreneur will strive to be rich. They'll try to make money. The wantrepreneur is not really focused on solving the problem. And so where your focus lies is a very big difference between entrepreneurs and wantrepreneurs. The sixth point of differentiation is that entrepreneurs will work hard to solve that problem. They are results-oriented. The KPIs matter. The results may be financial, but really it comes down to solving that problem. The wantrepreneur will work hard to publicize themselves. It's vanity. It's not really about solving the problem. It's about me, me, me. How do I promote myself that I've done something or pretended to do something? Whereas the entrepreneur, yes, that might follow, but they're fundamentally focused on the results. Also check out the video I did, the 3 most important jobs of a CEO, the 3 hats that all entrepreneurs must wear. Awesome, link in the description below. The 7th is hunger. And I don't mean it from a banana and apple perspective. I don't mean it in a financial starving on the street, although entrepreneurs are starving artists. Hunger in the ability to work hard and make it happen, to want to make results happen, that hunger, that drive, that internal passion. A wantrepreneur is just waiting for results to happen. Other people are expected to make stuff happen. The entrepreneur is hungry to make it happen, and they want to be the driver of innovation and change. The 8th differentiation is the ability to be nimble, to adapt. An entrepreneur can change as circumstances change. We are in the middle of a global pandemic. Maybe it's the beginning of a pandemic. An entrepreneur is willing to make changes very quickly, to adapt to the times as they change. If you guys are interested, check out the video I did, How to Pivot in a Pandemic, linked in the bottom in the description, check it out. But a wantrepreneur is shaken by change. The world seem to be crumbling around them, and they'll just let it crumble. There is no willingness, there is no urgency, there is no need, there's frustration and anxiety around. And we all feel anxiety. Don't think entrepreneurs and hardcore innovators don't feel that anxiety. We do, we feel the anxiety. The difference comes in how you're able to be nimble and adapt and change given the new information that you have. This ties into risk tolerance. An entrepreneur is a risk taker. They're not afraid to take calculated risks. If you haven't checked out the video I did, How to Take Risks and Calculated Risks for an Entrepreneur, check it out, also linked in the description. The wantrepreneur is risk averse. They'd rather wait and see. The entrepreneur is willing to dive in, jump off the cliff, and build their parachute on the way down. The airplane is coming down, it's crashing, and you're going to build the wings and the landing gear as you go off the cliff. The wantrepreneur is hopeful that someone else will build the wings. You know what? They just won't even get in the airplane at all. They're not going to jump off of the cliff. They're going to wait for everyone to jump off the cliff first. They'll watch what happens, and then they'll decide if it's a safe thing to do or not. That's a fundamental difference. And the biggest difference that we didn't talk about already, number 10, is passion. An entrepreneur is driven by their own passion to solve the problem. The wantrepreneur is willing to follow other people's passion. So they may not be passionate about something, but they see other people are, they think it's a cool idea, and they're just going to copy that idea and apply it as their own. So there isn't this intrinsic drive, this intrinsic motivation. So as you can see, there's a big difference between being a wantrepreneur and an entrepreneur. And if you think you fall into the wantrepreneur category, it's no problem at all. It's no shame. You just need to acknowledge and have that self-awareness of which of these attributes you may be weaker in and stronger in others. Everyone is stronger, whether it's risk tolerance, your vanity for success, your passion, your ability to take action, your positive mindset. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses, myself included, and by having that self-awareness and reflecting on which of these traits you're strong, which of these traits you need work and improvement on, check out that 007 personality traits, analyze that, and then when you take a step back and you can reflect, you know where you need to focus. If you know that you're not good at risk, check out the risk tolerance video. If you know that you need to take action, look at the video I made on how to take action. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you destroy the like button. Would really appreciate it. It means a lot. Check out all the other videos I mentioned in this series. As always, stay hustling.